Okay, I'm going to assume this is actually recording. Hey, hi. I was asked by a lot of people to do the Tumblr accent challenge. I don't know why you all want to hear me talk and or see me talk. Maybe you just weren't expecting a video of my face for like 5 minutes. I don't actually know how long this is gonna take. So yeah, this is actually really weird because, well, I was going to do this last night when everyone asked me to, but then my family was home and I felt really weird sitting in my room talking to a camera, loud enough that the camera could hear me. Also, usually when I talk to myself, I'm using a different accent because I don't know why. A lot of times I use fake accents when I talk to myself. Please don't hate me for that. I get bored, I guess. I do, really, but I don't know if it's crappy because I've never done it in a situation where anyone could tell me if it was actually crappy, but I do like crappy English accents, and sometimes I try other ones when I get really bored. But usually when I talk to myself, I'm using what is probably a really crappy English accent, so this is weird for me. I don't talk to myself in American much. It's weird. I'm kind of uncomfortable with this actually. Oh my god. Anyway, apparently there's a bunch of stuff I'm supposed to do. That's cool. My name and username, okay. Hi, I am Kelsey. Okay, first of all, the number of mispronunciations I get in my name, just because of the spelling, it is... Also, people misspell all the time. It's K-E-L-S-E-A, and the number of people I get who spell it K-E-L-S-E-Y, okay, I can understand that, I guess. But then I'll get people who try to pronounce it Chelsea or Kelsia, and I just sort of know? Why is it that difficult to understand how to pronounce my name? Like, I think it's pretty obvious when you spell it out, but whatever. Okay, so my name is Kelsey. My username is Reichenbach, because Reichenbach was taken, and I changed one letter, and it's really grown on me, and maybe I should change it. I don't know. I like it a lot. I'm not very creative. I am from the state of New York, near Rochester. I consider it the western bit of New York, but when I say this to my friends who live here, they're like, no, we're not western New York, we're upstate New York or something. Except, like, New York is like that triangle thing, right? And so I picture upstate New York being like the upper part of the triangle, like there's the one lake there, and then you draw a line, and then above that line is upstate. Or like maybe just that whole... Yeah, like above that line is upstate. And then there's the whole Long Island area down here. And then there's over where we are, which is like under the lake, and that's western New York. That is definitely western New York. But before I moved here, because of my dad's job and stuff, we were out further west in western New York, out near Buffalo. But yes, New York, all my life. It's fun. Pronounce the following words. Ant, roof, root, theater, iron, salmon, caramel, fire, water, New Orleans, pecan, both, again, probably, Alabama, lawyer, coupon, mayonnaise, pajamas, caught, naturally, aluminium. Okay, I know it's aluminum. It's spelled aluminum. I spend too much time with British shows and writing and things. It's aluminium. I keep writing as aluminium. I keep spelling things like that too. I keep using the British English spellings for things like in my lab write-ups. And also somehow in Google Chrome I made it so it uses British English as the dictionary instead of American English. So if I spell color, C-O-L-O-R, Google Chrome is like, no, that's wrong. And I'm like, okay, fine, C-O-L-O-U-R, okay. I think I just don't understand why American English is different. Like, I'm pretty sure I looked it up once and it was basically a fuck you to Britain or something. when America split up, but okay. Whatever the reason, I say aluminium. GIF, tumbler, crackerjack, doorknob, envelope, and G-poi. What is it called when you throw toilet paper on a house? First of all, don't be a dick. Secondly, it's called TPing. Bubbly carbonated drink. Okay, I assume you're talking about soda here, but also there's these sparkling ice things that are really, really good, and I drink those a lot more than I drink soda now. And those are carbonated too, except it's basically just flavored carbonated water, so it's really different from soda, but it's also carbonated, and I like that a lot more than soda. Yeah. Gym shoes are trainers. I guess mostly they're sneakers. I keep calling them trainers. Things like this happen. I watch too much BBC America. My grandparents are grandma and grandpa on both sides of my family. The wheeled contraption in which you carry groceries at the supermarket is a shopping cart. The thing you change the TV channel with is a remote. Oh, and now I get to choose a book and read a passage. Okay, I'm excited. I have Les Mis. I have my mom's copy of Les Mis. It's like so ancient. It smells like old books. I love the smell of old books. I love the smell of new books and of old books. And then there's this really weird stage in the middle where they don't smell like new books anymore, but neither do they smell like old books. And then it's just sort of awkward and it's like, okay, I'm gonna put you away for like 10 years and wait until you smell good again. Oh, she got this in like December 27, 1998, I guess? Or maybe that's just when she finally read it. Or maybe it's both. Anyway, apparently this copy was like, where is it? The price was somewhere on here. It was like $6.95, and now I go into Barnes & Noble, and Barnes & Noble has like a very similar copy to this. Like, it's the Signet Classics edition, and Barnes & Noble is like, no, we're gonna charge you like $12 or something for that. And why are books so expensive? Like, why? Who does the money even go to at this point? Like, Victor Hugo is dead. Who gets the money when they sell copies of his book? I don't know. Anyway, passages. Oh, why is this book so long? How long is this copy? This one is, wait, 1,463 pages long. I once read like 300, maybe 400. I get confused because like I grew up on Les Mis, honestly. I'm sorry, I'm just rambling about Les Mis now, but Les Mis is so great, oh my god. Like, I grew up on it. Like, I don't remember the first time I heard it or heard the story of Les Mis or anything. Just, like, my mother sort of raised me on the 10th anniversary recording of the musical, which I'm so in love with. Like, Home Wilkinson is my favorite Valjean. Oh my god. I love everything about that recording so much. But yeah, like, I skimmed through the book, and I can't remember if I actually read that part, or if I just know the story so well that I'm familiar with that part. But yeah, I read like 300 or 400 pages, maybe, in like 10th grade when I wrote a paper on it. And honestly, I probably could have put in something that didn't even happen in the book to support my thesis, and no one would have known. That was a fun time. I got 100 on that paper. I was quite proud of that paper. I did it on... Yeah, because I decided Les Mis was so miserable in itself, that I wrote the paper on how Victor Hugo shows his faith in the inherent goodness of humanity through this book. Because, you know, it's called Les Mis, like, it's really depressing. It's like such a sad story. Like, I couldn't do something sad with it because then I would just be sitting at my computer writing a paper for English and crying over the keyboard, and that would not be good. Anyway, okay, passage. Okay, so this is when Valjean is at the bishop's house. The bishop is such a great man. I love him. I love everyone in Les Mis. I'm gonna just read now. Every time he said this word, monsieur, with his gently solemn and heartily hospitable voice, the man's face lit up. Monsieur to a convict is a glass of water to a man dying of thirst at sea. Ignominy thirsts for respect. This lamp, said the bishop, gives very poor light. Madame Magloire understood him, and, going to his bedroom, took the 2 silver candlesticks off the mantel, lit the candles, and placed them on the table. Monsieur Curé, said the man, you are truly good. You don't despise me. You take me into your house, you light your candles for me, and I haven't hidden from you where I come from, and how miserable I am. The bishop, who was sitting beside him, touched his hand gently and said, You didn't have to tell me who you are. This is not my house, it is Christ's. It does not ask any guest his name, but whether he has an affliction. You are suffering, you are hungry and thirsty, you are welcome. And don't thank me. Don't tell me that I am taking you into my house. This is the home of no man, except the one who needs a refuge. I tell you, a traveler, you are more at home here than I. Whatever is here is yours. Why would I have to know your name? Besides, before you told me, I knew it. The man opened his eyes in surprise. Really? You knew my name? Yes, answered the bishop. Your name is my brother. Oh my god, that part, it makes me so emotional. All of Les Mis. I love Les Mis so much. I love it. I'm gonna start crying now. Oh my god. Anyway, yes, that's Les Mis. It's probably one of my favorite things in the whole world across multimedia platforms because it's a musical. Maybe if Sherlock was in like a huge musical thing that overtook the world, I would be able to say Sherlock was my favorite thing. But I'm gonna have to go with Les Mis for now. I love Les Mis. I'm gonna get back to the accent challenge thingy now. Okay. Do I think I have an accent? No? I mean, I guess I'm aware that, like, everyone technically has an accent of some kind. And, like, American accents are, well, like, there's all sorts of different American accents, and American accents are different from, like, English accents or everything else, but I guess I think of my accent as, like, the very general, stereotypical American accent. Like, if you turn on any American TV show or film that isn't a Western or in the South or something, like, I guess it's just a very general accent, but, yeah, that's not really an answer. Would I rather be a wizard or a vampire? Okay. Vampires are cool, like Carmilla vampires. Like, Carmilla's great anyway, like, that whole web series thing, that's great. But wizards are really cool, like, you can do all of the magic, wizards. So, yes, I'm gonna go with wizards. Also, Harry Potter is cool. So wizards are cool, so magic. I'm gonna be a wizard. It's gonna happen. Do I know anyone on Tumblr in real life? I only know the people who, well, like, you're all real anyway, but, like, in real life, who I see physically in person on a regular basis, only the people who I knew prior to joining Tumblr, and they were probably to blame for my joining Tumblr and starting a Sherlock blog in the first place. I'm not gonna get started on how I started Tumblr because those were sad days. I was a super Hulock mess. Like, if you say you didn't have a super Hulock phase at some point, you're probably lying, and I probably won't trust you, okay? You know, I think I did pretty well, considering, like, I didn't have anyone to teach me how to do Tumblr properly. I just sort of taught myself things like, okay, having a generic Tumblr theme is bad, so have a custom theme. Like, it took me so long to learn that, and it took me so long to figure out what good URLs were. Like, I think I've done pretty well, considering I figured everything out myself. Like, okay, I just want to say that. But yeah, people I know. Alex, Special Agent Coulson, she's pretty cool. She actually runs a pretty cool blog, and sometimes I forget it's not awful just because, like, Alex, why? But yeah, so there's Alex and Maddie and Tess and Sam and Anna and Sarah and Nate, and that was basically my entire friend group through high school. Also, there's my girlfriend, Alyssa. She's cool, but she's not actually technically on Tumblr much. I wish she was, but her parents stop. I'm gonna stop now. But so yeah, I do know people on Tumblr in real life. End by saying any 3 words I want. I don't know. Words. Do I have like favorite words? Ergo. Ergo is a cool word. Aforementioned. Aforementioned is a cool word. I like throwing in fancy words like that when I'm writing things just because I can. And I use them so casually, like I probably look like a complete dick for it. I probably come off as such a pretentious dick all the time, oh my god. But yeah, also this is why I couldn't record this last night, because my parents would hear me saying words like dick and freak out. They don't approve of swearing. I remember I used to try to run my blog without swearing. That was fun. Oh my god. So that's 2 words. A third word. Words. I don't know. I don't know, like there aren't special American words that I feel like I say differently or something, and I know some people do that, like words they say differently. So yeah, goodbye, I guess. That sounds really awful. I don't want my last word to be goodbye, that's awful. But yeah, we'll pretend I said a third word here. So anyway, thank you to everyone who asked me to do this. I'm still not sure why you wanted to, but I guess that's cool. Anyway, everyone should do this, actually. Like, all of you guys should do this, because it's cool. Yeah. And I like seeing that you're real. Like, that's one of my favorite things, though, is, like, seeing personal posts about people and stuff, and seeing selfies, and it's just like, no, like, don't stop posting those things. I don't care how many people hate you for it, just, like, I love knowing that you're real people. Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, you guys should all do this accent challenge thing. I guess that's it. Have a nice day or night or whatever it is, wherever you are. Love you all. Yeah, did that right. Bye.